Away from Texas.
Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your up on game. So I got to sneak mine in early or sneak mine in over there. So
Yeah.
I gotta get right.
So you include yourself in this development process
Yes.
of getting better.
Yes, I got to get better as a coach, as a man, as a father, as a leader, in all those aspects. I got to get better. I got to be able to touch everything in this building and make them better as well.
But come on, man, who's your measuring stick though?
Jesus. Everywhere he went, things got better. Everything he touched turned into something that he called it to be. So that we got to improve in every facet. I got to improve. I got to see things that I probably couldn't see last year. I got to know things that I didn't know last year. I got to improve me totally, not just everybody around. I got to level up, as the young folks say.
Yeah. So this ain't no pressure that you're just putting on people. This is you, organizationally, top to bottom, community.
And it starts with me.
Yeah.
It starts with me. I can't ask of someone else what I'm not willing to do myself.
Yeah.
Not whatsoever. But oftentimes I tell everybody around here, ain't but two people get a W or L. And both of them last name Sanders. It's the head coach and the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, at the end of the game, that's
it.
who it's on.
Right. So we got to make sure we straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a success to us.
Speaking of quarterback, I was with the Denver Buffs podcast, and they were asking me about Shador and what I thought about his ability to do what he did in the SWAC of the Pac-12. And
Right.
of course, I let them know like he is that dude.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunity, whether it's coaches like Vincent Dancy from Mississippi Valley, or coaches you brought with you, but particularly players for this question, the opportunity for them to show it ain't no fluke.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you touched on that because I was talking to Rock's father yesterday, Tyler Brown, okay? And I was telling him that, Pop, you don't understand what your son is representing here. He's like, what do you mean? I say, he's not just playing for Colorado and playing for me. I love your son. You know that, sir. That's why he's here, because I love him and because he chose to be here. But when he's dominant, as I feel he can be and what I know he can be because of all the talent and the strength and the vibrance that he brings to the table, he makes it better for many kids in the HBCU because that's where he came from. So now they say, well, shoot, they got that over there.
Yeah.
Same thing for Shador. So hold on. So they got that over there? You know, same things for Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for Travis. Same things for all the kids that we brought over here, JB and furthermore. And not only that, the coaches.
Yeah.
Shoot, so they coach like that.
Yeah.
So it's a tremendous opportunity for them all, but they're carrying a flag that can open up doors for a multitude of people.
Yeah. Coach, I totally concur with you.
Yeah.
And I even roll it to the fans because, you know, you see the haters out there, the comments, and we don't pay them much no never mind.
What is the definition of a hater?
It's jealousy.
People always say hater. I don't know the true definition of a hater.
Yeah.
I don't understand it because there's so many different levels of it. So I don't
Agreed.
understand. I barely use that word or that terminology, and it don't make me sick. Anything of that, I don't care. The Bible says, "Do I seek to please men or do I seek to please God? If I
Preach
seek
it.
to please men, I would not be a servant of God. So I'm going to please God. So if you're not happy in the process that I'm pleasing God, that's a problem with you. It's not with me. And I know you're not as old as I, But I found that man and woman are rarely pleased. So I'm going to try to please the Lord, because no matter what I do, you're going to find fault in it
Yes,
some
sir.
kind of way. And you're not going to be pleased because you're not pleased with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody's not pleased with you for doing what you're gifted and blessed to do. They're not pleased with themselves. That's like an easy mark. Like, that's an easy identification that's saying, I'm really not pleased with me. So I don't want you to ever spend a length of time, which is the most precious coin that we possess, researching and focusing on the one ignorant comment,
Yeah.
and not the 99 positives.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Preach
you can't
it.
do that.
Preach it.
Yeah.
Preach it. Because for me, coming from an HBCU space, I'm gonna pick a team out there, FAMU.
Mm-hmm.
If I play defense at FAMU, I want Shador to light up TCU.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be successful.
Right.
Because it shows what I was competing against.
People don't think like that, Neely. You got to understand that. I wish they all did, but see, you have vision and you have intellect and you have the mind to think outside the box and the parameters and see a bigger picture. Oftentimes people see a narrow picture, a narrow photograph, and a narrow vision because they only taken a picture with a Kodak one step. They don't have a Nikon or a Canon, that you can zoom in.
Panoramic
Yeah. No, not
That's all
what's
they
there
got.
with HD and all that. They don't have that.
receive
That's all they have.
Yeah.
So you got to understand where they are, and everyone's not going to think like you think. You got to understand now. My thought process derived from 14 years of the NFL, 9 years of Major League Baseball. 14 years working with the NFL Network and seeing the different organizations and understanding the owners and the GMs and how this stuff really works. I ain't no fool. I know how and what it really supposed to look like. And I know what it's really supposed to be like.
Yeah.
And I'd be darned if I allow these kids not to get all of what they deserve, man.
Sure.
And that's the problem with me.
Sure.
That's my biggest problem. Really, that's my biggest problem. Like, it's no way that you should be comfortable when you're not giving them the best that they could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with that, man.
Yeah.
Forget us, grown folks.
Yeah, we good.
We good.
Yeah, we good.
But then, I have a problem with that.
Yeah. Rock's father, Tyler Brown's father, was very complimentary to content we put out. Mm-hmm. And I told him on your balcony, I said, brother, you got to understand, it ain't about me.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to show them in their best light. These are digital resumes. The internet ain't going nowhere. 20 years from now, you'll be able to see this in the character and development of this person.
Man, it's so funny that our young ladies, I'm pretty sure you put the content out already with the 4 trainers that was with us previously, and 2 of them just came for their spring break. But taking the 4 around campus and letting them see everything is and they said, Coach, now we see your thoughts and your why. We see.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when you don't have anything to compare it to,
Preach it.
there's a problem with your vision. But I've been everywhere, man. I've seen it at its highest level. I've seen organizations run like a machine. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Eddie DeBartolo. I played for George Steinbrenner, Mark Schott, Ted Turner. Like, do you understand Daniel Snyder? Do you understand, like, where God has allowed me to go and what I've been allowed to see? That's why I can't do it. These kids, they deserve the absolute best, my man.
Man, I'm sitting
no
here.
matter where they are.
I'm sitting here smiling because I ain't never looked at it that way about you.
Yeah.
I've always looked at like your experiences, the NFL Network, the the resume, but the folks that you have been around in the organizations that they run, just being in the room, the exposure.
Right.
And you take that with you.
And I had a relationship. I wasn't just a player that this is the only I don't know. No, we had relationships where I could pick up a phone and call Jerry Jones right now, Dan Snyder, any person that I mentioned, if they're still alive, I can call them right now and they're going to pick up. If they don't pick up, they're going to call me back.
Sure.
Because they know I'm not calling, asking, or begging. I'm calling for edification or identification on this. Tell me how this goes. What move should I make right here?
Yeah.
And not to mention the CEOs of the companies that I've endorsed that we have a relationship. I mean, even right now with Aflac and Pepsi and the several other things, I'm forgetting all the companies I endorse right now, but having a relationships with those CEOs to glean from them and understand the what and the why and how this works.
So when you're talking to a player or your staff or the community or Neely, you're talking with all that experience as well.
Right, and all that understanding.
Yeah.
And the wisdom I've gleaned from them. And then the resources. I had a conversation with JB the other day because this major he was in was kicking his butt. I'm like, son, get out of that. Because you got to pass and you got to get something you can handle. I know you want to be an electrical engineer, but that ain't no joke. Like, you got to be serious about that. And he said, yeah, okay, I'm going to change. And he changed majors. But I said, now, if that's what you want to do, go find 3 CEOs, even locally.
Yeah.
I would call them and set up a meeting. I will come to that meeting so you could expedite the process. So now you could go intern with them in the summer for a week or whatever they would have you. You can have a relationship with them that far surpasses the education that you probably would have gleaned. But getting the relationship and the understanding of how this stuff works and what they had to do to get where they are, that's what I want for y'all, man. That's what it's about. So those are the type of things that the mindless don't understand. They don't understand, but yet they willing to stand under.
It might be an organ drop.
It might be an organ on that.
It might be an organ drop. That might be the first Colorado organ drop right there.
That might be.
That was, ain't no better place.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's been 21 minutes with 21.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that time is flown. Yeah.
Good conversation with good people, man.